Hey, Hobart, what's the best advice for making retirement truly meaningful, not just financially, but personally? Well, Valerie, I love this question because you have touched on something a lot of people overlook. Typical retirement advice. We know it talks about saving money, drawing down accounts, and optimizing taxes. We talk about it all the time. But here's the truth: the emotional side of retirement matters just as much, if not more. So I want to share with you a couple of timeless insights, really that they're not hot takes, but instead they're what we call slow burn truths, right? First and foremost, you need a purpose, not just a portfolio. Yes, your 401k, it can help fund that lifestyle, which is terrific, but it's not going to give you meaning. And too many people retire without meaning and purpose. So that's where having volunteer opportunities, hobbies, mentoring, or even part-time work, those are the things that help give you structure to your week as well as energy for your life. A second thing I want you to think about: spend your money and your time wisely. In other words, don't hoard it all for someday because you're not guaranteed someday. Enjoy what you saved, especially if you're healthy. You have earned that vacation, the visit to the grandkids, the ability to splurge a little bit and have fun. Just be intentional about it. Third thing, retirement is not an escape. In other words, if you are running from something, stress or burnout or lack of meaning, you're going to need to run to something else because boredom and restlessness creep in fast with retirement. Number four, and this is kind of an interesting one, but in retirement, you don't have to be right, just be honest. So in other words, a lot of times people are going to come to you for advice in retirement, and sometimes you're guilty of saying, oh, it's terrific. You know what? Here's the thing. You don't have to be right in that advice. Just be humble. Share what's actually worked for you and listen to others' paths and trust your gut when it comes to a lot of that stuff. Finally, number five, avoid regret more than you chase perfection. And I'm guilty of this one, but here's the deal. We're not going to get everything right, and we've got to be okay with that. The thing that I know is you're never going to regret spending time with your loved ones or making choices that are healthy or living in alignment with your values. Now, one more thing I'll point out is retirement doesn't mean that you stop growing. So the thing that you really got to really push for in retirement is you just get to grow on your own terms now, which is pretty cool. Question for you: what's that best advice that you've gotten about retirement, or maybe something that you wish that you heard sooner? Do me a favor, drop it in the comments. And if this gave you something to think about, go ahead and like and subscribe, stick around for more, or tell other folks about it. See, the deal is a great retirement isn't something that you just fall into. It's got to be something that you build with your time and your choices and your mindset. You got to be intentional. So until next time, well, retire smarter, not just older.